Hello. You have a number of online resources associated with this class, and I just wanted to show you a number of them to help walk you through it. So, first of all, the college has a platform known as Angel for all of its online courses. And so if you go into your Angel courses, you'll see Anatomy and Physiology 2. I have put all of the resources available to you in a link called Learning Modules. And here you will see a number of items. First of all, I've made a lot of videos to help you with some of this course material. Okay, and so if you wanted to look at, the artery and vein layers, for example, right, here this clicks to a YouTube video, which would then explain this. You can make this full screen.
Arteries and veins differ in the types of walls that they possess. A vein typically has a larger lumen but a thinner wall.
Okay, so some of these will simply be explanations of images which you might see in lab, while others are animations which I've made. Okay. And so there is an awful lot of these, and I hope that these can help you.
The cardiovascular system includes 5 liters of blood, but more than 8.
Okay. And so hopefully these are helpful to you. Now you can also access these directly on my YouTube site. So if you go to Dr. Jan 41 and space YouTube, then you should get to playlists. And I think playlists, you want to click this playlist tab because I have more than 2,000 videos, and that would help you go to, say, the AMP2 lab quiz as opposed to material for prehistoric life. I have a web page which I think you might like to visit, and this web page has the address bio.sunyorange.edu. And if you go to that website, you'll see this. In the lower left-hand side, you see Human Anatomy and Physiology. Also, there's a link down here which we'll use for some of our assignments. And so then here you can see Anatomy and Physiology 2. And then you could see a lot of the images which you would use in lab. So I know a lot of people have printed out or used these to help them study. These are labeled images of the various models which we have in lab. Here you can see some coming up for the heart. Forgive me, it's a little slow because I'm loading up videos for our class as we speak. Okay, so here we can see some of these videos. Also then, if we were to look at, various dissection material, and load up material for sheep hearts or cow hearts, then that would be here as well. Okay, so hopefully this is a use for you. Now, in addition, I'm sorry, so then the traditional class will simply be based on exams, all right, and so there will be 4 exams, and if you click on where it says Exam 1, notice that it begins with notes and exam objectives. This then has the objectives from which the exams are based. And so you can study that and also then have a set of notes that you can print out and read if you're, on a bus or waiting, in a doctor's office, etc. Okay. And then there are also then practice exams that you can take to see how well you've mastered these materials. So if it asks you then, to start this, after, perhaps studying this, you can see how well you've mastered this material. It will present you with a prompt, ask you a question. You can, say, I believe this will make platelets, and then it'll give you feedback. You'll be told this is right or wrong, so that was the wrong answer. It'll tell you the right answer, and then very often it'll link you to a video which will explain the right answer. So I hope that will that this will help you study. Also, there is a series of reviews, All right, so at the very bottom, notice there's review for exam 1, review for exam 2, etc. These will go through each objective and explain, what I'm asking, what, answers you should choose. They're a different video format. They're not on YouTube. If you have trouble viewing some of these, it's because of the settings on your computer. And if you do have that trouble, then you should call someone at the help desk and they can help walk you through any issues that you're having. There will be a series of assignments based on some of the health disorders which we suffer, and they will equal a test grade. Okay, so if you wanted to write a paper on those, there are paper instructions and videos which will go through all of the various aspects of these various traits, and so therefore you can use these videos as the basis for, say, answering the questions on heart disease. Or what's becoming very popular is, instead of writing a paper, to do the online activity where there are question sets associated with, you would watch a video, answer a question, and then this would then be the alternate assignment for the paper. So you could do these question sets instead of doing the paper. Now, the advantage of the question sets is many are multiple choice, and so that you could then do these as often as you would like. And so you, in that sense, could help determine your grade, in that if you got an 85% the first time you went through these question sets, you could go through them again and get a higher grade. There is a few sections which are titled written questions. These can only be submitted once. There's also a final component to the course where here you'll see exploring the body. This will also give you sets of question sets, and this will be recorded for your grade. Many of these are questions from exams, so you can study and get points for it. But then a lot of these will be asking you to process the body and its topics in a new way. Some of them are a little silly, where they might be, blood cells singing a song or having an interview, for example, but hopefully this would help you remember the material a bit better. Some of these we may be doing in class as well. All right, so that's the material for the exam, or for the lecture content. In addition to 4 exams, you will also then have a series of assignments titled Exploring the Body. Together they are equal the weight of an exam. And then you will have a couple of assignments on multifactorial traits, such as heart disease and asthma. They are also then equal the weight of the exam. Okay. Finally, there is material for lab. So here you'll notice that there's a folder which says Lab First Half, and this gives a number of resources, including online quizzes. And so if you're trying to study for a quiz and see how well you've mastered the material, then I recommend taking these online quizzes for lab. Okay. Well, I hope this is a rewarding semester, and if you have any trouble, then please let me know. Goodbye.